Hey all, welcome again to my channel. You might see a few videos all in the same day. That's just me basically posting up. Might be because the fact is like I have a few things related. I rather than creating one long video, I'll probably break it down into smaller videos. I like to keep my videos under 10 minutes unless I'm ranting about something. Actually, I think I should be trying to keep it down to under 5 minutes to make it easier for people, basically. Uh, 10 minutes more of a case because there might be some more extraneous information that's involved in there and all that stuff. Anyways, you're welcome to subscribe to my channel, like or dislike the videos, comment on the videos, leave any if you leave any comments, I do read all my comments when I get notified. If you leave any questions on those comments, I will answer them to the best of my ability. But I also like feedback. Leave some feedback as well too if you want to. You can like or dislike, as I mentioned. I suggest not to turn on the notifications. You can if you want to. If you want to be notified, I don't think my videos are that important. These are all just opinions of myself. And again, I don't really do a lot of fact checking when it comes to stuff. When I give you some information, if there are some information and I'm not sure, I will let you know it's fact checked. I will let you know it's fact checked. In any case. This is right now just an opinionated matter. I just started recently. I don't want to say recently, but I was taking some apple cider vinegar in the past, and now it's more of a case where like, I'm doing it again. Some say it's better to take it at night. Some say it's better to take it during the morning. The morning because of the fact that it's supposed to help you regulate your blood sugar levels or blood glucose levels. I don't know if that's not entirely true. They say it's supposed to also help out in the before you go to night. You're supposed to just drink maybe not too much every day, but maybe tablespoon to two a day, and you should take it at night because it's supposed to help control your blood glucose level at night versus during the day. And at day, if you do take it, it's supposed to help you reduce the cravings for sugar and such. I can say with the fact that for me, basically, my opinion, based on what I was doing, I used to do alcohol, apple cider vinegar in the mornings, like shots of it. It didn't really curb my need for sweets. It didn't really do that. Um, I would take it at night. I thought it would help out a little bit in the aspect of the blood glucose level thing. I don't know if it did or not. Maybe it did. Maybe it didn't. I'm not sure, honestly, because at that time also just before I was going to bed, I was also taking some green tea with ginger, and every now and then maybe some cinnamon mixed in with that. Green tea good because the fact is like it helps burn off some of the stuff. It's like pumping your blood a little bit, and so trying to burn off some of the stuff. Um, I do remember actually doing one time basically where I ate some ice cream and then I was like, all right, let me take some apple cider vinegar, and it didn't really help out. But I do have one thing though that is beneficial for me. Taking apple cider vinegar early in the morning, though, it does help me by expediting me to going to the bathroom. It does help out in that aspect. It's a case where if for me, basically one of those things, I'll be a little bit TMI, but if I haven't taken apple cider vinegar for a while, and then I just go back into it again, when I first start off for the first couple of times, it's not very well for my stomach. It doesn't sit well, basically, to the point of like you see me going to the bathroom quite a few often in the mornings at that point. But then once I do, it helps regulate it at that point from that perspective. And at that point, it's pretty good. Um, Now, is it beneficial and healthy for you? Some say it has, some say it isn't. I mean, there's no actual true data to prove otherwise, unless there's actual proof of data that's actually there. And like I said, I haven't actually fact checked this yet entirely, but I know there's like no in Nature magazine and whatnot or the NIH. There's no data or papers with data to actually state that look, yeah, apple cider vinegar does do this. Um, I don't think there's been a long-term study for that matter. We do know this though: apple cider vinegar. If you do take too much, it does wear away the enamel on the teeth. It does affect the enamel on the teeth. That was always. I remember telling my dentist one time, a couple of dentists, two different dentists, like, "Yeah, take apple cider vinegar, at once a morning or something like that." And they're like, "Oh, it should be healthy for you." I'm like, "Yeah, but shouldn't it also be damaging to the enamel?" And they're like, and they didn't really respond, which really caught me off guard because it's been known that it does eat away a little bit, and vinegar does for that matter, and lemon juice. Now the question is, I don't know if like apple cider vinegar diluting it helps me out a little bit. So that's why I dilute it with a lot of water at that point. So that might be helpful for me. The point, like, it doesn't eat away the enamel, but also the other aspect as well. So it doesn't create an ulcer or do something to my lining in the stomach. I don't think there's been any long term. There's never been any long term study done about what it does to the lining of stomachs. Because I mean, honestly, um, we know anything with high acidity levels does affect the stomach a little bit, as well as some aspects of the other parts of the body as well too. So that's why sometimes you shouldn't be taking as much per se. Like just like lemon, honestly, you shouldn't take too much lemon during the day. I mean, lemon has some vitamin C properties, but it also has some acidity properties as well too, and it does help out a little bit to help stabilize and help metabolize your body a little bit. I've seen stuff. I haven't researched into it, but as far as like taking lemon juice with coffee, black coffee straight, I don't know what the effects are. I mean, I know for one thing, it doesn't help my teeth, and the other aspect, I know it doesn't help my stomach entirely. But as far as helping speed up my metabolism a little bit, it doesn't speed it up entirely, but it does help out in the short term wise. Long term wise, I don't know what the long term effects are. So this is one of those things where when you see something talking about, oh yeah, apple cider vinegar is supposed to be healthy for you, it's based on a popular opinion at that point. Just like some kind of some sort of not some sort of, but like it's based on popular opinion basically more than anything else. It's just like home remedies type of things basically. Like like your mom says like, oh, take honey and vinegar and it should be good for you or something like that, or honey and whatever it is, or garlic. Well, we know garlic is very good for you. That you should take. The only problem with garlic is it's taken at night. It does, bad breath. Morning breath will be far more worse at that point, or even during the day for that matter. Um, but if you see stuff about apple cider vinegar or lemon and coffee together, I mean, honestly, it doesn't help lose weight. The way to lose weight, if you want to lose weight, honestly, control your diet, watch what you eat, and also exercise a little bit. I mean, at least walking. I mean, walking 30 minutes a day or an hour a day doesn't hurt that much. You want to, you could do like short bursts into high intensive training, or HIIT, where hell, you could just run, like go all out running for like 1 minute, walk, run 1 minute again, walk and run 1 minute again, like all out. That should help out at that point as well too. And then also the other aspect is as well too, don't forget, I mean, there's the aerobic cardiovascular side, but there's also the workout side. Like you do want to do like some push-ups and planking does really well for your body. And and everyone's like saying like, oh well, you need like to get weights and all that. Well, first off, you don't always have to start off with weights. Body weight also works really well too. Let's not forget that body weight does really work. If you can like lift yourself properly, like chin ups, pull ups, hey, perfect. You're actually like that actually helps build up your biceps and triceps. Same thing with like push ups. Same things with like diamond push ups actually. That one you could just look up on all these like videos about the other YouTube videos about this, like diamond push ups, like closer to the chest, proper push ups. Planking does really well, works up parts of your core. Now the question is, does sit-ups and such do help you, like get you those, six-pack abs? Maybe, maybe not, but at the same time, it does help out a little bit at least, but working out the core is one of the big things as well, too, and glutes and such. So don't look for like these pills to basically help you lose weight. And honestly, if you like are a little overweight and you have like some, like for me, I do have some extra loose skin. If I were to lose the weight, that skin is not going to go away. You're going to have to like get some kind of tummy tuck or to like skin reduction or something like that. And there have been cases of like freezing fat. I don't know if that entirely works or not entirely true. It could be, could not be though. And some people have asked, so like if you understand how the way fat is burned off, you'll know what to do with that. But in reality, and so like there's also the case of, it's not a way of saying a calorie deficit, but it's more of a case of like eating healthy. I mean, honestly, eating fruits does work really well into your favor. Fruits and vegetables, those work really well. It's just a matter of where you're getting your proteins. Eating chicken, chicken breast without like unadulterated, garnished chicken breast with broccoli. Eating those every day should help you in the long term at that point. I mean, I'll tell you, I'll be upfront. During COVID, I was eating just pure chicken and pure broccoli, and I had lost close to like 20 pounds at one point. And I was doing a little bit of like kind of those. There was a site that gave you 10-minute workout basically, I'll probably try to find the link for that basically, or I'll actually show you some of the, I'll put a link of like my playlist for the workouts. Some of them did work out, and for like 2 3 months there, it was like really impressive, and I actually did lose a lot of weight. And I also at the same time there was maybe a little bit of intermittent fasting here and there. Now intermittent fasting is a whole other beast altogether. Supposedly it works, supposedly it doesn't. I don't know. I tried it every now and then. It's just hard to do basically. There's also the 72-hour fast type of thing that's to help to reset your body. Now that apparently does work. I have not tried it myself personally, but it's supposed to help reset your cells. So if you want to do something like, you don't want to do an immediate fast, of course, but the thing is, do a 72-hour fast where you don't eat anything. You've got to drink water, of course, but if you do those 72 hours fast, and there's actual papers about it, it does help regenerate cells once you start coming back into it after the 72-hour fast. Your cells start regenerating at that point and helps you out in the long term. And it was actually done in a study for cancer patients, but other people started realizing it could be done for other things as well too. So that does help out. And the other aspect is for those 72 hours while you're fasting, you are eating some of the fat that's stored in your body at that point too, and other aspects. But don't forget, it's not only eating fat, but it's also eating protein, your muscles as well too. So that's something you got to watch out for in that situation too. But I don't suggest you try doing all this stuff. First off, if you're going to do any of this stuff, talk to your doctor or your physician about this. To be quite honest, if you're going to do something like this, like if you're doing intermittent fasting, apple cider vinegar, lemon and coffee, black coffee, or even a 72-hour fast, I would suggest you talk to a physician about this. And honestly, it's the same thing as well with exercises should be good for you. If you walk, at least walking should be good for you. And I think the doctors, like all physicians, like some form of cardiovascular to get your heart flowing a little bit might work. Now, depending on like how your heart is, that's all the different factors as well too. But plenty, definitely need to drink plenty of fluids. That's a big factor as well too. Plenty of fluids, and when I say plenty of fluids, plenty of water. There's nothing wrong with water. Water works really well. Pure H2O works really well for your body. Drinking 2 liters helps out in the long term as well too. It helps flush out a lot of your system as well too. And I'll be in front, I do drink 2 liters of water, and that does help me out considerably at that point too. I mean, I'm flushing out my system, all this crap in my system, and helps out in the long term. One thing you got to realize though is once your urine starts becoming clear, all right, you want to hold off on the water a little bit at that point, because at that point your body's not doing any filtering at that point. It's just like letting the water go through. It's not like removing any of the impurities at that point. So you let your body absorb some of the minerals at that point. And that's the other factors too. If you could take water with some minerals in there, that would be good. Mineral water, like pure mineral water, will be helpful as well too, and maybe a little salt here and there too. But again, this is my opinion, not a factual thing. Some people have said this. I can't say if this is fact or not, but a little salt, not a lot of salt, just a pinch or not even a pinch, might help out a little in the long term too. Sodium does help your body a little bit too. That I can tell you for sure. Not too much sodium, but of course a little sodium. But try not to go crazy on all this stuff. But that's more of a case. Well, like I said, this is more of a case apple cider vinegar, lemon and black coffee in the mornings. Or do you take apple cider vinegar at night? Do you take it in the mornings? Do you dilute it? I dilute it now, to be honest. And I'll tell you this, I don't know how well it does. But like I said, it's something you've got to talk to your physician about if you're going to do any of this stuff, basically. With that, I'll leave it as such. And from there, I'll have to go with pretty much at that point. If you think I'm wrong or have any comments or such, leave any comments or feedback. I will post in there in the description a link to the workouts that I used to do and that I saw on YouTube. With that, unfiltered, unedited, and unrehearsed. Until next time.